On a freezing January morning in Indiana, two hunters discovered something in the snow they first believed was a mannequin. But what investigators would uncover next would expose one of the most disturbing crimes ever committed by teenagers in America. The night was quiet in southern Indiana. Streetlights flickered over empty sidewalks. Families were inside, unaware that a single decision would change everything. A 12-year-old girl stepped out of her father's house in Jeffersonville. She climbed into a car with friends she trusted. By morning, she would be gone forever. This is the story of Shanda Sharer. Shanda was 12 years old. She had just moved to New Albany after her parents divorced. She was friendly, outgoing, and quick to smile. She joined the cheerleading squad at her new school and made friends easily. Her mother said she was full of life and hope. That trust, that openness, would soon put her in danger. Melinda Lovelace was 16. Her home life had been chaotic and unstable. By her early teens, she carried anger and pain she didn't know how to handle. In 1990, Melinda began dating a girl named Amanda. Their relationship was intense and volatile. By late 1991, it was ending. Amanda became friends with Shanda. Melinda's jealousy grew. She became convinced Shanda was taking Amanda away. The obsession deepened. Melinda told friends she wanted to hurt Shanda. She spoke openly, almost casually, about her plans. Words have power. In the circle of other troubled teenagers, her words found willing listeners. Lori Tackett was 17, fascinated with the occult and darkness, with a history of self-harm. Hope Rippey was 15, unstable from family upheaval. Toni Lawrence, also 15, carried her own secrets and trauma. Together, they became a circle of lost girls, bound by Melinda's obsession. On January 10, 1992, the four girls gathered in Madison. They climbed into Lori Tackett's car. Hope Rippey sat in the front, Toni Lawrence in the back. Melinda hid under a blanket on the floor. The car moved through the quiet night toward Jeffersonville. Darkness wrapped around them. The streets were empty. At the house, Shanda emerged. She saw familiar faces and climbed into the car. Melinda rose from the floor. Confusion quickly turned to fear. Shanda realized the danger too late. The car drove through rural Indiana. The night stretched endlessly. At abandoned houses and quiet roads, the situation escalated. Shanda was threatened and restrained, but the focus remained on fear and tension rather than graphic detail. Hours passed. A 12-year-old girl was trapped in a moving car, isolated and terrified, unsure if anyone would find her. The car stopped again. The trunk opened. The ordeal continued. And still, Shanda survived. As dawn approached, the girls drove to a remote field outside Madison. Hope Rippey knew the location. They believed Shanda was already gone. She wasn't. What happened in that field would be remembered in courtrooms and documentaries. But the real story is this. A girl who trusted the wrong people spent her final hours surrounded by others who failed to help. Hunters discovered her body later that morning. At first, they thought it was a discarded mannequin. The reality was far worse. The investigation moved quickly. Witnesses came forward. Toni Lawrence walked into a police station with her parents and told everything. One by one, the others were arrested. The community was shocked. These weren't distant criminals. They were girls from their own neighborhoods, students and daughters. People who could have been anyone's child. All four were charged as adults. Melinda Lovelace and Lori Tackett received 60-year sentences. Hope Rippey also received 60, later reduced. Toni Lawrence, who cooperated, served 20 years. Over the decades, all eventually left prison. Toni Lawrence served 9 years. Hope Rippey 14. Lori Tackett 25. Melinda Lovelace 26. Shanda's father never recovered. He drank himself to death at 53. The field where she died is quiet now. The houses where the girls lived still stand. Schools educate new generations. Life continues. But the questions remain. How does jealousy become murder? How could a group of teenagers cross a line most never even approach? How can we recognize warning signs before it's too late? Shanda Sharer was 12. She liked cheerleading and basketball. She trusted easily. On a night like any other, that trust led her into danger. Her story is more than a crime story. It is a cautionary tale about peer pressure, jealousy, and the darkness that can grow in wounded hearts. More than 30 years later, her name is still remembered in documentaries and books. But to those who loved her, she was never a case study. She was a daughter, a sister, a 12-year-old girl who never got to grow up. And somewhere in Indiana, quiet nights still echo with the questions. How did this happen? And how do we make sure it never happens again?